Thank you everybody for being here. This crowd gets bigger every year. I'm David Bradbury from Barrie Pride, and today we're raising the Transgender Pride flag in honor of the Transgender Day of Remembrance. It's amazing to see how much response we get to this, because when we raised this flag for the first time in Barrie 4 years ago, we just had a handful of people here. And now, we've got so many more, and it just grows every year. So I really want to thank you all for being here and just supporting the Transgender Day of Remembrance. With that, I'd like to bring up Essen Mao, who's going to speak and give some comments here. Thank you, Essen.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Here we are yet again for another year, raising the flag in the city of Barrie. Thank you so much, city of Barrie. We really appreciate that. In 1999, a woman by the name of Rita Hessler was murdered, and her friend Gwendolyn Ann Smith started TDOR, Transgender Day of Remembrance, in the city of Alliston, Massachusetts. Today, TDOR is recognized over 20 countries and about 185 cities. So we're doing very well, very, very well. And thank you very much for coming. And the discrimination and the hatred is still out there. So we must keep going forward, and we must keep raising flags, and we must quietly show our presence and show who we truly are to make the world go forward. And we do that one day at a time, one step at a time, and one friend and ally at a time. Thank you.
Thank you, Essen. Brandon from Simcoe Pride, would you like to come up?
Wewena Bojo Nindue Magnito, Brandon Indigenous Cause, Ndego Agokwe. Hello, my name is Brandon Amiot, and I'm a two-spirit, non-binary queer person. I'm here on behalf of Fierté Simcoe Pride, which is the county's pride association. And there's two things specifically that I want to mention today. And the first one is that today is a day of mourning and a day of honoring the people that we've lost and the people who continue to struggle. But it's also a cause for action, and it's a call to action. Today in Parliament, they're having a final committee response to Bill C-16, which is the trans rights bill. And if it goes through to a third reading, it would be 10 years of work finally recognized. But that doesn't mean the work is over. There's still lots of opposition to a variety of issues that face trans people, socio and economic issues. And that action's being seen here in a local community. We have 6 TDOR events happening throughout Simcoe and Muskoka, and that's a huge growth. Today, we have this flag raising, of course, and it's its 4th annual, and it's tremendous that the City of Barrie continues to support this. Georgian College also had its 2nd annual TDOR event just this morning. The town of Innisfil for the first time is recognizing TDOR at 2 o'clock, just later on. There's the vigil tonight. On Sunday, there's also the TDOR Coffee House in Midland. And there's a bunch of work that's happening in this community. So if we continue to stand together against a lot of the hatred and bigotry and the misinformation around trans and gender diverse people, I think that we'll be a lot better because of it. So thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. Katie Trail from the Gilbert Center, if you'd like to come up and say a few words.
Good thing I wore my heels. Thank you, David. Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Trail. I'm from the Gilbert Center. I'm the social worker in the Gender Diverse and Trans program. And both Essen and Brandon spoke so richly and fully about Transgender Day of Remembrance, and I echo many of those sentiments. And because it is a time of mourning and a time of remembering, the Gilbert Center just wanted to let folks know that we're available if you want to come and spend some time just sitting or chatting. I'm available as well. You can reach me through the gilbertcenter.ca website. And also on Sunday, the 20th, as Brendan had mentioned, there is an event in Midland, so that's another place to come together with community and feel supported. So Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Katie. I'd like to now bring up Mayor Jeff Lehman to speak. Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks. So it was, it's a point of pride for me that Barrie was an early adopter of TDOR, and that we're talking about the 4th year here. Because you know, honestly, in my adult life, the change in this community, the change in our society more broadly, in terms of attitudes towards sexual orientation, recognition of the spectrum of gender identity, and the need to recognize the differences among Canadians, has been so significant. There is still a long way to go, as so many of you in the crowd could probably tell me firsthand. However, the change has been remarkable just in the past 10 years and in the time that I've been involved in public life in Barrie. And I will mention one related sort of moment in our history, which happened right here, which was after Orlando. And many of you were here for the event that we had that night, with the candles, the reading of the names, and some incredible speeches. But what was most incredible to me was the turnout from the broader community. There were 400 people here from all walks of life, all backgrounds, all identities, all ages. And that, to me, was one of those moments where you start to realize that there has been much progress, and there are so many people out there who do care and want to support a broader recognition. So it's a pleasure for me to have you here today, and to continue to try and support in some small way the work that Essen, that the Gilbert Centre, that David and others are doing, but also know that my door is always open to all of you, to the entire community. If there are things that I need to know or can assist with, from the small to the large, I would like to think that we will try and help you with them. But today what we're doing is, as you say, remembering those we've lost, but recognizing a day that continues to grow. And I really like the way you said it, Essen, a little bit, one ally, one person, one community, one event at a time. That is how you change attitudes and change relationships over time. So with that, on this incredible afternoon where I feel like I should be sitting on a boat, let's raise this flag, all right?
Do you want to gather around and
So, yeah, come on in front of the flag here. Just so all that stuff on that flag. Yeah, maybe.
that I always do.
Good. Good. Yeah, Fox story. That's right. We got it.